So in today's video I'm going to be casting a silver bar in 925. Was going to be 999, but silver was already put aside for clients, so I'm going to do it 925, and this is on a comedy classic, which I actually adore this program. Well, let's see some clips and you soon work it out.
I think I know, but I need to test my theory.
So test it.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Okay then. Make my breakfast.
I ain't making you breakfast. More bacon, bud?
I've already had breakfast. I'm not going to eat this. I'm going to eat this.
I don't get it.
Whatever choice you make, the choice you don't make happens.
We should go tell Crichton and helicopter landing pad head.
Good idea. But first, tidy my bunk.
I ain't tidying your bunk. Oh, I get it now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, polish my boots.
Oh, I ain't not gonna polish your boots. Damn it.
I like to go wandering along the mountain track, and as I go, I like to sing my knapsack on my back.
Mister, can I have a word?
Introduction to insults.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Now, how do we describe the gentleman who's just been on the screen?
He's Mr.
No, come on. He's a
Smee.
nearly. Come on, nearly.
He's a Smee.
He's a
He's a Smee.
He's a
Smig. Hey!
brutal. Now the ultimate test. Can you say it to him in person?
Yep, so you got it. We're going to be doing a silver bar on Red Dwarf, the crew from Red Dwarf. But I'm going to do something slightly different. I want to create a bar so when you tilt it, it kind of gives you that. You remember the holograms you used to get from your cereal packets? I'm going to have to go at doing that. So I'm going to be using a proper height map generator. Normally I generate my own displacement maps, which they're still using greys and blacks and whites to generate height, but they are totally different really from the height map. So I'm going to have to go using the height map. I had some issues with that, but hopefully it worked today. Yeah, let's get into it and see what happens. So here we are in Zoe depth, and this is going to generate a depth map for us. So all we have to do is just drag and drop our image in and hit submit. Now I've had a few issues with this today. Hopefully it would do it. Yes, and there we go. It's generated our map for us. So we're just going to download it, and then we'll bring it all in Photoshop and start building this. So here we are in Photoshop. Remember, you can do this in other programs. You don't have to be using Photoshop. I've had this Photoshop for 10 years plus whenever CS5 came out. So use whatever you're happy with using. So basically what I'm going to do is drag our original image in. And you see it should fit straight in there nicely because it's already pre-done. And I'm going to go to my downloads, and then I'm going to drag in the height map. So there's the height map, and as you can see, it's basically is. And if you can see the high bits, you can see the black bits and everything. So what I'm going to do now is just show you what this height map looks like when I bring it into Blender. It's not going to have any detail at all on it. So I've already got my template brought in. I'm going to add in a new displacement map. this one. We want this one. So here you go, and as you can see, there's no detail. We got the height, but actually there's a small amount of detail, but nothing major. And it doesn't matter how much I change this, if I change it even to 5, you see it just doesn't give us the detail. So we need to start bringing some detail into this. So when we tilt the bar in your hand, we're going to get the different reflections. So let's go back into Photoshop, and I'm going to just bring that around like that. And if I bring this, actually, let me just show you the difference. So this will still work in Photoshop, in Blender. So if I change this now, you see, there you go. It still works as a height map, but there's just so much noise and bits and pieces. So what I'm trying to create is just mainly the heads and things, and some of the detail. I don't want to. I mean, this is nice detail here, but let's start playing around with this. And basically, what I'm going to do is just drop the opacity down. Not too much, probably about 50%. Yeah, something like that should do it. And then I'm going to stick in my black and white filter. Didn't need a new layer, but never mind. And this now helps me just to see roughly the heights and bits and pieces. So let's save this and bring it back into Redo Blender. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a nice... There's still detail showing, but it's not going to be all the top. Liz got good face, so's Rimmer the cat. Everyone's got... I'm just actually going to bring down the opacity a bit more. I want it a bit soft yet again, just a little bit less detail, because I wanted it so you see more as you tilt it in different lights, like the hologram bars. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So what should happen now is when we cast this and we aged it, the aging fluid is going to sit in the high points, and I'm going to polish it afterwards, not over the top, but just enough so we can get it. Now I'm also going to do a back piece, which I've already done, design, which I will show you in a second. I would just recreate and copy this piece, and I'll bring in the back piece in a second. There you go, and there's the back piece. Okay, so that's going to be the back of the bar, and that's it. I'm going to resin print this now, cast it in, and see what happens. So I'm not going to talk over this. Instead, I'm going to play some music, and I've gone for something which Rachel actually, well, I'm not sure she likes the song, but she's a big fan of Arnold Rimmer. So let's have the Arnold Rimmer song while we're playing, and we'll have the video in the little corner or something. Anyway, I would say enjoy, but I'm not sure you will.
Wait a minute, here comes the best bit.
If you're in trouble, he will save the day. He's brave and he's fearless, come what may. Without him the mission would go astray. He's Arnold, Arnold, Arnold Rimmer. Without him life would be much grimmer. He's handsome, trim, and no one slimmer. He will never need a Zimmer. He's Arnold, Arnold, Arnold Rimmer, more reliable than a garden trimmer. He's never been mistaken for your grinner. He's not bald and his head doesn't glimmer. Master of the wit and the repartee, his command of space directives is uncanny. How come he's such a genius? Don't ask me. Arnold Rimmer, he's also a fantastic swimmer. And if you play your cards right, then he just might come around for dinner.
I never want to see or hear from that scum-sucking lion, weasel-minded smegger in my entire life. Sigmund Freud, eat your heart out.
Well, it came out okay actually. You can't really see it so well in the photo box I'm using here, but in the daylight when you twist it, it does kind of work. It was a fun experiment to try. You can see in a minute when I start tilting the camera around how it changes the definition on the characters. And it works really well. Also, I had to play around the back of the bars, you know, it just had Red Dwarf on it, and you see in a second I actually enameled it. Now that's it, but I'm going to close out with, I think, the Arnold Rimmer song again, because it's just so good, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching and enjoy. Take care.
Wait a minute, here comes the best bit.
If you're in trouble, he will save the day. He's brave and he's fearless, come what may. Without him the mission would go astray. He's Arnold, Arnold, Arnold Rimmer. Without him life would be much grimmer. He's handsome, trim, and no one slimmer. He will never need a Zimmer. He's Arnold, Arnold, Arnold Rimmer, more reliable than a garden's trimmer. He's never been mistaken for your grinner. He's not bald and his head doesn't glimmer. Master of the wit and the repartee, his command of space directives is uncanny. How come he's such a genius? Don't ask me. Arnold, Arnold Rimmer, he's also a fantastic swimmer. And if you play your cards right, then he just might come around for dinner.
I never want to see or hear from that scum-sucking lion, weasel-minded smegger in my entire life. Sigmund Freud, eat your heart out.